owns Gaza now, and how would the U.S. acquire ownership?
Well, Gaza is currently run by Iranian-backed terrorists in the Middle East, Hamas, who we all agree, I think everybody in the region agrees, that can no longer stand. Just look at the events of October 7th and the events since. And the president, again, is committed to rebuilding the region for all people who want to return to it once it is no longer a demolition site, and it's a place where people can actually live and thrive in harmony, as he said last night. His words, not mine.
Yeah, let's fast forward a little bit here. Let's get to this last part.
Get the funding that they need. And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the long list of crap that this administration is cutting, federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala, $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq, $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
I could go on, and I'm happy to provide this list to every single one of you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything, and in the last 4 years, this federal government did nothing to help them. This president will continue to put Americans first, and I think the successes of this week so far speak to that, and it's only Wednesday. So I'll see you guys later this week, and we'll see you this afternoon.
Well, it's Saturday now. It's Saturday. Let us go ahead and get us proper here. We got to get organized. Yeah, there you go. Music for my show, which is not much of a show. Welcome to Maestro Politico, not the other Politico, which is garbage. Maestro Politico is where we try to keep it cool and honest as best as we can. So yeah, that was Caroline Leavitt, doing good work. Love the blondes. You know, I have a little weakness for the blondes. But yeah, that's some bullshit right there. Now, everybody's talked about it. I care about where the money's going. I know Bithead 1000 did not vote for Kamala Harris. Bithead 1000, the greatest show in the history of civilization, right? With a 4K face. There's a lot of people. There's some people who are still, I mean, we're going to be different, but I don't like people with TDS or EDS, you know, Elon derangement syndrome, or any Republican derangement syndrome of any kind. I mean, it's just, you got to understand why this is happening, why we're cleaning up. We're spending within the first 30 days cleaning up the shit, cleaning up the bullshit, right? It's just a mess right now. You know, every time we're paying taxes on things we buy, or just filling out, what was it, those W-2 forms, or the 1040s, whether it's taxes for getting your medication, your employment, how much you make per hour, per week, per month. So you get the employment forms. And Trump's going to do something about the IRS. Now, I saw somewhere, and I think it's somewhere, I retweeted this, okay, that Marco Rubio cut down the U.S. aid to like 0.5%, okay? So 294 employees out of 14,000 that is actually needed. And it's going to be reorganized. So that's good news. So here's some data. This is for foreign aid for Ukraine, jumped in 2022. So I don't believe I can actually magnify this. This is where I have to get glass and see things. Okay. So 2001, an important year for many reasons. It was in the, let's see, 20, this is in 20 billion. So actually in 2001, in current dollars, in adjustment. So we'll just stick to the current dollars, okay? So I would say about 17 to 18 million, or 17 to 18 billion dollars we spent for foreign aid, and that might have been around the time of the towers falling, right? Now you go to 2023, and it's about 72 billion. We really fucked up, didn't we? So that's that one. That's the fiscal year. Any other ones? Let's see. Foreign aid spending, so this is this one here. Foreign aid spending is a small but contentious part of federal budget. 0.81 from 2001. So we jumped up and down. 1.17, We really spent a lot, and for what? For Sesame Street in Iraq or whatever the fuck it is? What the hell are we doing over there? You know, the things that the Democrats have done make what happened with Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky look like the Emancipation Proclamation or the Gettysburg Address. It makes like Howard Taft's misdeeds, if he had any misdeeds, look like, I don't know, drawing ink on a chalkboard. I don't know. It's like all the stuff that Nixon did and Clinton just doesn't compare to what's happened here. It's just a fucking mess. And then I saw some like transsexual show his fake boobs on the White House lawn, which is cringe as fuck. Where does the U.S. foreign aid go to, right? So here we got Ukraine 16.6, Syria gets 0.9, which I think, you know, I think Syria's got the most problems right now. Global programs 15.6, the Middle East gets 0.1. So we're not being nice to the Middle East, are we? You know, one question I would ask Donald Trump is, if it was him and his administration, I haven't looked it up. Let me look this up. Yeah, like, would he have let Osama bin Laden live, or would he have had him killed? Because, you know, the 9/11 conspiracy theories about, you know, what had happened 24 years ago. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Now, with USAID, I was looking at this up, that the judge, a judge had ordered, temporarily blocked Trump from placing thousands of USAID workers. So they're giving him 30-day notice. So, yeah, 30 days to find new work, I guess. Judge pauses Trump plan to put U.S. aid staff on leave. So they gotta just, like, it's gotta be a transition. So one other thing, or a couple of other things. Look at this. Look, he got a gold. Is this a gold pager that Netanyahu is? Are you supposed to give the president's gifts? I guess. It's a golden pager, like a solid gold pager. Like, we actually need that, right? It's not 1996 anymore, right? So. Now, this one is for Fleshless Films. Hello, Fleshless Films. Now, I won't say who it is, but we'll call him PG, like parental guidance. PG, the artist, said that what was happening with Netanyahu, the whole thing with Gaza, as Caroline Leavitt pointed out. Now, PG said it was a scam. I don't know if it's a scam. I don't know what's happening. Do I think Trump has the best ideas? Maybe not always. I don't think he has it all worked out in his head. Megyn Kelly thinks it's, you know, you can't think like a businessman. You're trying to be the person that's trying to guilt trip, you know, Netanyahu and I forgot the other person, but you're trying to work out how Gaza is going to be rebuilt, because you can't put people back there. It's as bad as Hiroshima. It looks like the desolate wasteland in the game Metro Exodus, you know. So Trump all he really has to do is oversee the agreement. If not, the only thing we care about, I guess, most of us United States taxpayers, is that we're not paying for that. We're not paying for the rebuilding of Gaza. They're doing it. All Trump can do is oversee to make sure it goes peacefully. So I guess that's all that matters. So I don't know what PG is on about. It's pretty sad. I love his art. I like what he's doing, but he's already like made up his mind that United States is deranged, like that guy from RoboCop who got hit with acid. Don't touch me, man. You know, like that guy. Come on. Like, what are we doing here? So that's rough. Last thing I think, and this is for you, Fleshless Films, Luke. Use the Force, Luke. When I saw Nigel Farage, I saw him talking. So when I saw Nigel talking, I thought, this guy makes a lot of sense. He is the only person that's making sense. I don't know what PG's problem is. Does he hate this guy too? Does he hate Nigel? I mean, the joke is that the police officers in those neon yellow jackets arrest people for free speech. Meanwhile, migrants come in by the millions on boats and rape women, but we're okay with free speech people getting arrested. So that's the joke. Not a great joke. So I want to see normalcy. I want to see it happen. Very little wiggle room for the left. And that's it for Maestro Politico. Stay tuned for Maestro Juego and a little bit of extra stuff, and that'll be it. Have a good Saturday night.